Ndị be anyị ekeneni m unu. Anyị si ka nke onye chiri ya zelu. Anyị si n'ụbọchị nkịta adịrị na anyị na mma. Anyị chene ya dịka echi na-eche ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise anyị dịka o si dịka agbapụ ya ọsọ iwetara ya bụ ihe anyị ji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nkịta anyị na-akpọ ya morning tea n'iru akwụkwọ. Ihe a bụ gbasara maka the matters arising and discussion United States of Biafra cabinet meeting ya ka eji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nkịta. So tupu anyị aga n'iru ikwu gbasara maka ya bụ ife, achọkwuru nke ife ha discuss n'iru akwụkwọ gbasara maka the United States of Biafra and the way forward. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ife dropụra ife iche n'ụdị nke gị gbasara maka ya bụ ihe ndị a niile fakwu n'iru akwụkwọ. Alright, over to you.
Misinformation they hear from the public and from the social media, and it will also be okay for us to know that we are here to clarify their questions. And like Honorable just said, if you do not have enough information to back up the misinformation you have here, please just ensure you keep that to yourself. Thank you so much. Next person.
Thank you so much. Dear friends, if you are coming here to ask the DPM question, please address her as DPM, not her first and last name. At least she occupies that position, even if you don't like her as an individual. Respect the position that she occupies. Thank you so much. Mazi Omenihu Onyebuchi, please go ahead.
Good evening. Am I coming up?
Yes.
I'm calling from UK. First of all, I want to commend our Deputy PM for doing I want to do my for all he's doing. And may God continue to protect and help her to pioneer this very struggle, which God have handed into her hand. I don't know whether we are permitted to ask questions to some of the secretaries, like the one on Interior, Secretary Dorothy. Can I ask question for her?
Yeah. Again, if the question is not for me, you can also call the person you want to answer the question. Again, the overall session is for me to really answer most of the questions. But if you have any question you want a particular secretary to answer, you're free to do that. Please go ahead.
Okay, let me finish with you first. Your own question is, I had Adadorama said that she's your sister. I must say that she has been doing a good job during the time we had this problem, but now that she has deviated, what can you do to save this very struggle from the hand of your sister? Because her altercations and utterances is an embarrassment to this very struggle. That is for you. Then for for Secretary Dorothy, I applied for my ID card initially. I was among those first people that applied. And the person I did it together came to Finland and collected hers and came back to UK. So when this issue of ID card came up again, I have to email the Secretary Dorothy. Then I gave them my number, everything. They now wrote back to me and said that my form is incomplete. When they said that, I said, okay. I wrote them back again today. So what is incomplete in my form? State it clearly. What is incomplete in my form? They now wrote back to me and said, no, you have to go and start again and fill another form. The other Friday I came online there. I was just online there when I was kicked out because somebody from Angola was interrupted. And immediately I relaxed and said, okay, let me come back again. She kicked me out of the air. And I tried to go back. They say I have been kicked out. So I don't know what is incomplete in my form. And instead of them to address the issue, they'll be telling you it is admin. Everything in UK is not admin. Some people fill their form on their own. It's not admin. Let us stop using UK issue as admin. I filled my form. They have to tell me what is incomplete in my form, and not to tell me to go and start again to do another form. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Dorothy, are you here?
Excuse, hold on. Let me answer my own.
Okay,
Hold
thank
on,
you.
Dr. Dorothy. Let me answer my question, then you answer yours. You asked me a question about Adadorama being my sister and what I have to say with the damage she is doing on the social media. Again, what I have to say is this. We are running a government right now. We are running a government, and anyone that respects that government should be very, very mindful and cautious of the information they spew out on the social media. This government supports freedom of speech, the rights of individuals, right of association, and like I've said, what we will not allow is misinformation on the social media. Every Biafran is either my brother or my sister, and I'm not going to allow anyone to use brother or sister to misinform Biafrans. Again, part of that misinformation is what we are going to clarify to Biafrans here today, because so many misinformations has been sent out by this individual. And some Biafrans are already so sad, so depressed because of these lies that are being spewed out by this individual. We're going to address that. Yeah. But on a general note, every Biafran is my brother or my sister. In fact, I have brothers and sisters all over the world, because somebody that is even not your own blood brother or blood sister can be nicer to you, can do good things to you. You can have a good relationship even with a stranger more than the so-called brothers and sisters. The reason why Biafra has not been fully restored is because of those so-called brothers and sisters. They are the ones that will go behind and collude with the delegitimized Southeast and South governors, collect money from them, and then start fighting against the genuine freedom fighters we have in our country. Biafrans are mostly the culprits, because it is the rat inside that tells the one outside to come in that there's fish in the basket. So we have to take those responsibilities. We need to start reorienting ourselves. Those of you that were saying when our leader Nnamdi Kanu had a problem, oh, you are not going to do anything. You will just stay one place until our leader Nnamdi Kanu comes out. What do you have to say today? If our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has said, okay, he's not going to do anything until Nnamdi Kanu comes out, are we going to be where we are today? Are we going to be where we are today? So those that make those kind of comments are not only ignorant, but they do not understand where we are going in the area of our freedom and the restoration of the country. When you think you have a relationship with somebody, with one of the leaders, then if something happened to that leader, you say, oh, because you didn't see the leader you like, you are now going to say and start sabotaging and start making comments that are not right to the leader that is active. You are doing more harm to the struggle than you think. And it don't work that way. Know that you don't have the opportunity or the freedom to follow whoever you want to follow. After all, there are people that decided they won't do anything again until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. It is okay, and they are entitled to that opinion. But if you want to wait, you must seal your mouth and go and wait for Nnamdi Kanu to come out. You do not come out and start destroying what another individual or what Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is doing, because he is out. So that's what I have to say in that angle. Secretary Dorothy, you can go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, DPM. Dr. Dorothy, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. My video is not on, but nevertheless, I can speak like this. The way it is. Actually,
You can go ahead and start your video now, Dr. Dorothy.
First of all, what country are you located, or are you residents?
UK.
UK. Chinedum, your application like I always say, you were saying it's not everything will be talking about the admin. Bearing in mind that half or even more than half of the applications sent from UK is either not complete, or their passport pictures are not uploaded, or their signatures are not there, or their IDs are not there. And I'm stating categorically clear that I've been calling those in UK one-on-one with my phone number, because the way you're sounding, it looks like, oh, I'm just wasting my time. Check the email. I've responded to your email 3 times. I'm just looking at it on my phone here. And you are sounding as if, I don't want to answer to your question. Even those, most of those in UK, it's like I'm arguing with them. Some of them I have to take screenshots of where the passport section is to send to them before they can believe that actually their passport pictures are not there. Please kindly go back again and log in into your application and see what is there. And after this, give me a call, and I'm going to make sure that you see what is wrong with your application. I've been on this application since morning.
All right.
When one is working that hard, and 1 or 2 people are just saying as if one hasn't, don't know what he or she is doing, is kind of ridiculous. Please,
Dr. Dorothy, please, thank you so much for that clarification. I mean, we just are here to answer questions to people
Okay.
are asking, and let them know how to. Again, I know the person that has a question, Dr. Dorothy has said you can contact her after this session. And just know that there are so many applications that we are processing. And at this time, that's why we are encouraging Biafrans that think they can help in any field. I know a lot of secretaries have said that, to apply in the different departments so that you can help out in any area possible. And that is why we've been able to get a lot of individuals on standby to start work from day one. So please, I implore you to reach out to her after this and clarify that. But just know that we are doing our best to ensure that every application that we receive, we are giving it the attention it needs. Even if it didn't go on the second batch, which I told people is already filled up, it's going to go either on the 3rd or 4th batch of applications of ID card for Biafrans. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Dr. Adi.
Thank you, DPM. Mazi Chijioke, can you unmute yourself, please?
My greeting to you, Excellency, our DPM, and I greet every Biafran here present. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. DPM, I have one question for you, and the other question you can answer me if possible, or the Defense Secretary can answer that. The question I have for you, DPM, is this. There is something that looks like a mission impossible that has fallen once on the shoulder of Mazen Nandekano and also on the shoulders of our PM. But I see it now that it has fallen more harder on your shoulder, because when it fell on their own shoulder, Biafra has not been redeclared. So that question is, now that Biafra has been redeclared, will there be election in Biafra land? That is the question I have for you. And the second question I have, which you may answer me, or the Secretary of Defense can answer, is this. Has not been ready. Is there any maximum time frame to say, okay, 40 years, 1 year, 6 months, maximum, these demons we see on the street of Biafra, that we shall see them no more? Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. On the first question, election in Biafra land, if you go through our constitution, it clearly states there will be an election when we fully secure our land, when we secure our territory. That constitution, which I know the IT department, They're trying to put it online. For those who do not have a physical copy of the United States of Biafra Constitution, can go ahead and obtain that. Yes, there will be election in Biafra land.
Sorry, but my question was about Nigerian election in Biafra land, not our own election.
Oh, you talked about Nigerian election. Again, Biafra is a full-fledged nation, and we will not permit any election in Biafra territory. That is the answer to that. And that is why we are doing everything possible, using the peaceful means to let Nigeria leave our land. So that is the expectation, that they will peacefully leave our land. The second question you asked was about what's the
Time frame.
time frame. Again, our prime minister said that our declaration, the Declaration of Independence State of Biafra, is to help us obtain all the necessary documents we need to protect our land. Our prime minister has templates, three ways we're going to be doing this: politically, diplomatically, and self-defense. We will continue to apply those three methods to protect our land until Biafra is fully defended, is fully protected. And that will be the answer to that. The question to that, we don't know, but we expect this to happen as quickly as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, DPM. Next person is Maazi Chubeze. And DPM, is it okay if I say anything related to the ID card question should be held till Friday when they do their, when ID department, instead of, that might take some.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know the question each individual want to ask. We just want to allow them to freely. If it relates to that, we can always refer that.
Okay, thank you. Maazi Chubeze, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, our Honorable DPM, for the good work you are doing. Thank you, all the cabinet members and all the Biafrans who are here today to ask questions, to listen what our government is doing. I appreciate you guys. It's not an easy thing. But before I ask my question, I will make an appeal to all the cabinet members. Take a redress from our DPM. I thank our DPM the way you are coming down to answer questions. It may look stupid, you may not like it, I know, but remember that ignorance is something, but it's someone who don't know something and they want to know. So you can do a favor, or you can help them by letting them know what you know in order to reshape their thinking. Even if they don't want to accept you, but you have done your part, that will go a long way to help us than calling people short, telling people to get out there, or you. Anyway, let me stop there and go ahead. And I wanted to chip in something. Last, the one before this fundraising that went day before yesterday, I was in the fundraising. I asked for the Homeland account because the one I had, I was not able to add it on my the sending ways that I normally use to send money. And DPM, you asked them to post that. I did not get it up to now. Sometimes when you ask them to do something, they will slow walk it, and it's not really helping us. If you can be able to talk to them, those who are supposed to do some certain things, when you ask them to do it, so that they could please. I know they have a lot of work to do, but still, it will help us.
Yeah, is that all you have? Because I can just tell you to text me that question, and I'll forward you the Homeland account. If that's all, let's go to the next person, please.
And first of all, what state do you live in? Are you in US?
I've not finished. Yes.
No, are you in US? Are you in US?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
okay,
in
what
this
state?
This is
what state?
I am in Georgia.
Okay, Georgia admin, please. assist him kindly.
Judge admin, I don't think he knows because I've asked him several times.
Okay, Mazi, I'll send it to you.
I will send it in Georgia platform right now. Okay.
Thank you so much.
That would be great. I appreciate it. And I have another question I want to ask. Please,
can I add something? I posted this on all the platforms more than once.
I didn't see you, but I asked you about it. You told me you won't post it again.
Okay, can you go ahead and just ask, please? Ask your second question. Yeah, somebody has
Yes, ma'am. The other question I needed to ask is about our defense. And I spoke to a couple people relevant in defense. And we spoke about stuff which I expected them to do that can help us. And I don't see those things we agree on being done. And there are something layman people always use to get away, telling us that defense something, and you can't say. There are things you can say, there are things you cannot say.
So what is your question? What question?
My question is, how are they going to beef up the state, getting people, and will be able to equip them so that they can function effectively? Because
okay, is that Mazi Chibueze?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. That question is a private question. We're not going to answer it to you here. The defense are doing their job effectively. If you want to help, you join the defense team, and then you all can have meetings privately, knowing fully well defense issues is not everything you come to discuss publicly. So you can join that team since you say you know them, and then you can plan with them and you contribute your own ideas to them. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much. Let's take the next question.
Thank you so much. And Mazi Chubeze, continue to help us by donating. Thank you. Mazi Ogejio Fortunes. Can you unmute yourself, please? Mazi Ogejio Fortunes, unmute yourself. Oh, maybe he's sleeping already. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mazi.
Okay. Am I being heard?
Yes.
Good evening, dear friends. Good evening, Her Excellency. All protocol I will observe. I greet each and every one of us here today. And I don't have it's not much of a question, but a suggestion. And an appeal, I'll call it an appeal. And this would be for Her Excellency, first of all. Now that dear friends are divided, because she made mention of the template that PN is following, which is after the Finland, then we'll move on. Now that the difference finance is being, let me use the word divided, what can be done? Because now we are supposed to have a kind of a huge mobility, mostly in terms of finance for different states, giving support financially and help in what we are doing. And now that the finance is being divided, what are we going to do to make sure that the other reference finance as well accounted for in using the defense? And here comes the defense, because only the defense can now do that. And my other question goes like this: the other party, if I ask, are they also funding our defense?
Thank you so much. There's no division in the struggle. There's only one government, one leadership. Next question, please.
Okay, thank you. Next person is Mazi Stephen Opala. Mazi Stephen Opala. Unmute yourself, please. Okay, thank you.
Okay, good evening. Good evening to our DPM and the cabinet members and all the friends that are here. I greet everyone. Please, my question is this. You know, now we are now a nation. We are now a sovereign nation. So my utmost concern is the letter that have been written to the Nigerian government. You know, I want to know if they have replied that letter, because it's very, very important. Another question is this. God. 60 days, which is 2 months, has been given to Nigeria to vacate every building and offices they are occupying in Biafran land. And I'm now adding that. I'm adding to the Biafran government, the cabinet members, if they should please, because I know that Nigeria, we always feel adamant in everything. If we can call on Donald Trump, letting them to know that we have
Please ask your question. That's all. Have you finished?
Okay.
Let me tell you. We don't need.
Yes, that's my question. That's my question.
Just need question. Thank you so much. Nigeria replied to the letter. We just wrote the letter to them, and you know the time you saw the letter, so you have to give them time to respond. Secondly, 60 days.
Okay.
That 60 days is 60 days from the first time we made that pronouncement, and about what we're going to do before that is left for their friends. Thank you so much. Next person.
Next person. Okay, yes. Next person is Mazi Martin. Can you unmute yourself, please, Mazi Martin? Mazi Martin, are you there? Okay, I'm moving. Okay. Mazi.
Hello.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, am I coming up?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Good evening, my honorable DPM, and good evening, all the cabinet members. Although I didn't belong to the cabinet, I belong to the wardrobe, not cabinet. My question that I'm going to ask is directly to my DPM, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. Please, doctor, you own, like I heard, you own a hospital, and like I heard, is psychiatric or something like that. There are some people who have been, who are getting sick, that they are getting mad of what you are doing. Please, can you, my question is, can you treat them in your own private hospital if they are black?
DPM, you caused this with your diagnosis, so now you got it.
Mr. Goodman, please, I just want to be clear. The person that is sick will be open to help before you help the individual. That is the rule of the game. If somebody, for instance, is having something like hypertension or diabetes or having a psych problem like depression, the first step is for that person to know, one, they may not know they have that diagnosis when it comes to psych, but it is important that the individual is open to treatment. If somebody is open to treatment, then you can now go through the normal processes, assessment, medications, and all that. So that is how it works. First, the individual have to be open to treatment, know that they need help. And then we can now know how to come in and help the individual. So that's
these are the people you cause their depression because of what you are doing. You know?
Martin, please, is that all you got?
That's all I just want to.
Okay, thank you. Watch out for the treatment plan.
Okay, I will do that.
Thank you.
That's how you help me out.
I will definitely do so. I'll post the treatment plan. Thank you.
Even when some people are looking at your hairstyle this evening, they will be all depressed or
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike. Let's go.
Nothing has changed. I've been like this for the past 2 years. So is it today?
That is. I don't need to put on my glass to watch out.
Mr. Martin, please, you will get the treatment plan. I'll post it. Okay?
Thank you.
Right. All right. Okay. Mr. Goodman John, please go ahead.
Let's go to the next person.
Oh my God. I've called Mr. Goodman.
Mr. Goodman, go ahead, please. Let's make the question 1 minute. We have so many hands, and there's a video that I'm going to play for Biafrans to hear, please. So
okay, I don't see him. Maybe I call somebody else when he comes back. He can always go. Organiru Biafra, please, your time.
Mama now in Africa, that offer na Europe, that was.
Organiru, unmute yourself, please.
Let me Organiru Biafra, are you there? Unmute yourself, please. Okay, let me move to the next person. Next person is Mr. Olushola Suleiman. Go ahead and ask your question, please. Olushola, Mr. Olushola Suleiman.
Olushola, unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes,
good evening.
Good evening, Your Excellency. Good evening, Cabinet. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I thank you this day for your good work. My question, and I thank the Cabinet and every other members. First of all, my question will be directed to, I don't know his name, Ugo 247.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Ugo 247. I'm sorry, I don't know your real name, so I just have to say.
Just go ahead with your question.
Okay. My question is, in as much as I don't know what department you are, I want to know what efforts are you making to have a synergy of all the positive media theme to work together and disseminate one positive information. That is my question to you. And secondly, my next question is to Your Excellency. I just want to know, this is 3 months now. How do you think, not you, because this is the idea, this is the notion that people have, that this is just you. How do you feel you and your governing team have fared in the past 3 months in the face of this incessant, frequent abuse, insult? And what are you doing to promote the value for women in respect of these utterances that are hooliganistic and vulgar? These are my questions.
Thank you so much. Ugo, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Your Excellency, DPM. And Olushola, actually, I don't know the media you're talking about because in the media department under the government, there is a synergy. So I don't know the media you're talking about. If there is any other media you're talking about that I don't know.
Well, first of all, just to remind you, my name is Uche John Abraham. This is my wife's laptop, so it will always come off as Olushola. Mala Nicola before. I don't think you remember me, but you might remember. What I'm saying, in fact, is this. I listen to you sometimes. I listen to other positive ones sometimes. But what I'm saying, how can we get your good positive comments, synergy with that of the BIAFRA, so that we know that what we're listening to is authentic? What I'm saying is because there are so many of you who are doing a good job out there positively, but how can we synergy yours and some of others with the media team so that we have one reputed, concrete information? How can we do this?
You have not answered. You have still. I don't understand you. Right here, our DPM made a statement from the beginning. If you were here, she made it clear that there are some individuals that are passing out wrong informations there to the public. And now you are asking me, how do I make or how do I bring people together? I don't know the people you are talking about. I asked you again, you said the media. And I'm telling you that there is no problem with the media under the government. If you are talking about every or all the other personal bloggers out there, everybody is free to do what they want to do. A blogger can tell you a lie. It's left for you to believe. If you want to get the right information, you know where to get it. If you want to get any right information about the government, you contact the government. The government have secretary for information and the deputy, and we have other departments. So any information you need to get, you know where to get it. You don't need to go to another person in another area that is not have nothing to do with this government to get information of what is happening in this government. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, just to add to what Mazuko has said, this is the Secretary for Information.
Okay.
Okay. Do you live in diaspora or you are?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is it possible, since you watch Mazuko, my phone number is there?
Thank you.
Please copy it and reach out to me. Maybe
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, sorry, if you give me a second. Mazigo, I'm actually referring to you as one of the bloggers, but not in the negative sense, but in the positive sense. Not that I don't know that there is an official handle, but like I said, how can we synergy? Everyone has got freedom to have his own blog.
Oh, Mazuche. I've already told you what to do. I say reach out to me.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. And also, one thing I wanted to add is when people ask
ende ba ngwadalo din ne kun si Venezuela ne ya ne meni ro ko si uru chinketa na Eastern News 24 baba si wele uteru ya bozi dika si ponu kona gene uteru update basta maka ko si akpotu ko si ada ne be di iche ke fi wele ku basta maka ya bi fi no ilu akwụkwọ si uru chinketa drop ora ifi chenu dinkege on the comment below na Eastern News 24 kemesia no munnem.